Hi there, this is Amanda Frankel with Our Crafty Playdate, and today we are going to be starting on our Christmas series. I do a Christmas club every year, so if you're in the Chicago area, you definitely want to jump in on this class. We start in July, and we make 12 cards a month, and we finish up right before Thanksgiving. So we end up making 60 handmade cards, and then they're ready to go and mail right after Thanksgiving. So you should definitely take this class if you're in the area. But if you would like this class sent to you, I can do by mail also. I can kit this for you. You would just be responsible for your own stamps. I always list what they are, so if you'd like to use the same stamps, you can. But there are more details of that if you just want to send me an email. My email address is in the description, but in the meantime, let's get started. This is what we're making today. We are going to be using Real Red paper, and it's just a standard card base, so it's half of an 8.5 by 11. Let's see here. Let's get that started. And then the next piece is a panel. This is the panel here, but we are going to attach the ribbon around it, so it's really important that you do things in the same order that I do. We're going to set that aside. We are using Designer Series paper that is in our new, not so new anymore, annual catalog. It's not even in the holiday catalog. It's in this one, and it's this suite here, which I love. Much of this first month's class comes out of this book. But the Designer Series paper is this paper here, and it is called Tidings of Christmas. It's a 6x6 paper, which actually gives you a lot more than you think. And I was able to cut these out of there no problem. They are 3 by 1, 1 by 3. So you get a lot of them out of a 6x6 piece of paper. So easy peasy lemon squeezy, you get plenty to make lots of cards. But I've got some tricks for you today, so let's get started. The first thing that you want to remember when you're trying to place 3 things equidistant on a card is you don't want to start on one side and then do the next one like this and then put your third one on, because what will happen is I put that one on carefully, then I space that one in, and then when I go to put my third one on, I realize, oh my gosh, there's way too much space here. So the best thing to, and you don't want to start in the middle, because if you're off a little bit, like if I'm guessing and I say that's the middle, and then I go to put these on, they may be wrong too. So you're going to do both sides first. Okay, and once you're happy with those, then when you put the middle in, you have some wiggle room, literally, to stick it in there. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. This is a very quick and easy, ooh, super gluey. Here, let's do this. This glue is potent, and you do not need that much. So we're going to do that. All right, so first one's first. I'm going to stick that one on there. And I'm eyeballing it, and that is going to be good enough for me. But if you're nervous about it, you can always use grid paper. So this is special grid paper for Christmas, but we have regular grid paper all year, and I love it. And I use it, as you see, in all of my videos. I'm going to slide that down just a little bit. So that's the thing I love about liquid glue, is it gives me the opportunity to move things just a tiny bit, and that's all I needed. Put a little more glue here. Right, and now I can center this one. See, if I had put that other one on before, I would not have the opportunity to center it. So I'm going to do that and wiggle it a little until I'm happy, or until the glue dries enough to make it stuck. Okay, so that's perfect. The next thing that we're going to do is tie a bow. So I am going to grab my bow maker here. Woo, or drop it. That's also a possibility. I've got a bow maker here. These were made for me from one of my customers' husbands. He's fabulous, and he made those for me, and I do have some still. So if you are interested in one, just use the email address below and email me, and I will get one for you. Okay, so this is my bow maker. This ribbon is the 3/8 inch satin Real Red. It's also in the same catalog, and it is going to make a perfect bow every time. So this ribbon is a little bit different than the one I used on the original card, and that is because I used it up, and now I'm on to a new phase here. All right, and I'm going to just make that straight, tie a tight knot, and slide it off, and it's a perfect bow. To be easy peasy lemon squeezy and make this fit really well, I'm going to kind of measure it before I cut it off the spool. So you can see I've left everything on the spool while I'm cutting it, or while I'm tying it, and then I can cut it off and it won't be too short, because that is super annoying to tie something too short by accident. So we're going to move that out of the way. Another trick that I really like is to put a glue dot on the back of my knot. So there you go, glue dot on the back of the knot. Put the knot, well, you know what I really would have done normally? I really would have stamped that first. See how I didn't do that? Okay, before I do any more shenanigans, I'm going to stamp. So I am using Real Red ink, and the stamp set that I am using is Perfectly Plaid, and it was in last year's catalog, but it is in this annual catalog too, so you can still get this, which is awesome because it was such a cute set and has a little, I believe it's a punch that goes with it. It might be dies, but I'm pretty sure it's a tree punch, and we used it a lot last year in Christmas Club. So now I am using this, hoping that your busy year comes together in Christmas cheer, and really hoping I can not get a bad image, because then I'd have to start over. How about that? 1, 2, 3, lift. Whew, boy, did I get lucky. Okay, in general, guys, you want to stamp before you glue all your parts on there. I just got so excited because if you make a mistake, you got the other side, but I didn't. So anyway, I put a glue dot behind the knot of the bow, and now I'm just going to wrap the little legs around the back and use a little bit of Scotch tape. Now, you do not want to use liquid glue on ribbon, ever. It just makes kind of a gummy lump. So if you don't have Scotch tape or would prefer to use something else, you can use a little bit of tape runner here. Just put tape runner here and then fold the ribbon over and push it into the tape runner, because you're going to glue this piece down anyway. I just like a little extra hold. So there you go. And that's this whole card. That is it. So it's an easy card to duplicate, and you guys have a ton of people to send them to, so that will work very well. I will put everything in the description below that I used with links, so that it makes it really easy if you see something that you like and you want to get started on your Christmas cards. If you are interested in classes with me, I will actually link my meetup group down there too. And again, I'm in the Chicago area. If you want to do online classes, then email me. But if you want to do in person, then you need to join the meetup group. That is it for today. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would love to be yours. I really appreciate you supporting my small business, and I hope you enjoyed today's card. Stop back soon. We're going to have a lot more Christmas cards before the season appears. Bye-bye.